warm welcome to South Asia Today, a show that provides you the glimpses of South Asia. I'm your host, Shivangi Mishra. Let's begin with the headlines first. India-Thailand expand bilateral ties. Kansai International Airport paves way to make Japan tourism kingdom. And temple-blessed elephants take part in Colombo parade. Let's begin the show with recent talks between Indian External Affairs Minister S. Shankar and Thailand's Deputy Prime Minister Bahida Nukara during the 10th India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting in New Delhi. The two ministers delved into a comprehensive review of the substantial progress in various realms of bilateral cooperation between the two nations. A cultural milestone was achieved as the holy relics of Lord Buddha and his two chief disciples arrived in Bangkok on February 2nd. This marks the beginning of a 26-day exposition at the National Museum, opening avenues for cultural exchange between India and Thailand. The talks between India's External Affairs Minister S. Shankar and Thailand's Deputy Prime Minister Bahida Nukara took place at the 10th India-Thailand Joint Commission meeting. The two ministers reviewed progress in wide-ranging areas of bilateral cooperation, including in defense and security, trade and investments, connectivity, science and technology. Bahida Nukara was on a visit to India from February 25th to 28th. During his visit, both the countries signed MOU for academic collaboration in Ayurveda and Thai traditional medicine. Moreover, New Delhi welcomed Thailand's decision to co-lead the maritime ecology pillar of the Indo-Pacific Oceans Initiative. India's bilateral relations with Thailand are rooted in history, age-old social and cultural interactions, and extensive people-to-people contacts. The shared link of Buddhism is reflected in regular pilgrimages to places of Buddhist interest in India by a large number of Thai people. Hindu elements can be found among those reflected in Thai architecture, arts, sculpture, dance, drama and literature. The holy relics of Lord Buddha and his two chief disciples from India arrived at the National Museum in Bangkok on February 22nd for a 26-day exposition. The sacred antiquities excavated at Pripavah village in northern Uttar Pradesh state were carried in an Indian Air Force aircraft. The Governor of India's eastern state of Bihar, Rajendra Vishwanath Arlekar, and Minister of Social Justice and Empowerment, Virendra Kumar, who delivered the relics to them, were formally welcomed by Thailand's Prime Minister.
एक तरह से हमारे दोनों देशों की जो एकात्मता है, बौद्धिक हो, आध्यात्मिक हो, सांस्कृतिक हो, इन सब एकात्मताओं का उजागर करने वाला आज का क्षण है.
The holy artifacts are being featured across multiple venues in Thailand. The relics were placed in Bangkok's Sanam Luang Royal Field for public exposition on February 23rd. To honor the relics journey, a colourful procession featuring participants in traditional Thai attire with musical instruments was also held as they marched towards the shrine.
This is a royal ceremony, bringing the Buddha here after Buddha relics after 30 years, and we learned that it is going to be in 4 cities for the worship, and today we are happy to join the big procession.
The relics are set to return to India on March 19th. The event is being organized with the support of India's Ministry of External Affairs, Indian Embassy in Thailand, International Buddhist Confederation, National Museum and State Government of Madhya Pradesh. Now let's head to Japan, a country rapidly developing as a tourism destination that is currently in search of more luxurious lodging. the only original international credit card offered by the Japanese credit card company JCB at Kansai International Airport in Osaka City, provides travelers with exciting and lucrative services. Moreover, determine the degree of hospitality and contentment in Osaka town. After arriving, visitors from abroad move to the town and spend time there. We have a report. Japan is becoming a tourism kingdom and is looking for more upscale accommodations. Every year, 8.4 million foreign visitors arrive at Kansai International Airport. It is regarded as a Western Japan's largest entrance. At Kansai International Airport, JCB is the only original international card issued in the country and offers visitors dynamic, profitable services.
ここでは JCB 会員を対象として大阪や京都へお宅に移動してもらいたいというふうに考えています。例えばリムジンバスでは 10% オフで乗車券を購入することができます。
Also, there are convenient services for travelers.
関西国際空港から難波や和歌山への足である南海電鉄では昨年4月からタッチ機能がついた JCB カードを利用することで切符を買うことなく改札機にタッチをすることで乗車することができます。
The Kansai International Airport provides various services and hospitality with the help of JCB.
コロナの時期ですね、大変困難な時期がございましたけれども、おかげさまで外国人、訪日外国人のお客様、円安の影響もあってかと思いますけれども、非常に快調に、ですね、回復をしてきております。関西空港におきましては、約7割の方が訪日の外国人ということになっております。そうした方がより良い思い出をですね、作って帰っていただこうということで、日本をより感じていただける、そういった空間づくりを目指しております。最もですね、力を入れているのが、ウォークスルー型の免税店になります。こちらは日本でも最大規模の免税店になりまして、快適なショッピング空間を提供しているということになります。
こちらの JCB スペシャルオファーズでは JCB が海外会員向けに提供しているキャンペーンを紹介しています。こちら英語をはじめとして7言語で展開されています。海外発行の JCB カードを利用すると後日1000円キャッシュバックを受けられます。飲食店だったり物販のお店でも1000円キャッシュバックを受けられます。またですね、JCB カードを利用して JCB カードの空港ラウンジを利用することができます。JCB ならではのベネフィットを提供することで JCB っていいな、JCB ってお得だなと、そういったことを感じてもらえるようにプロモーションを立ち上げております。
Thanks to its partnership with JCB, Kansai International Airport offers foreign visitors satisfaction and positive memories. The Japanese credit card company JCB has come up with Osaka town's level of satisfaction and hospitality. Foreign guests relocate to the town in order to enjoy a stay after landing.
大阪市内においては JCB カードをお持ちいただくとショッピング、宿泊施設、飲食店といったところでベネフィットが受けられます。訪日客におもてなしをしたいという思いが一致している加盟店様が目的地に広がっています。
Osaka is popular for sightseeing. At this hotel, card holder visitors can get a big discount. Osaka is also known as the city of satisfactory eating. This is what makes Osaka so unique. Visitors can enjoy a delicious meal and a substantial discount at this restaurant.
これが旬のお魚の天然の本マグロとサワラになります。こちらは季節のお椀物ですね。インバウンドのお客様も、今日本料理は大変ブームとなっておりまして、生のお魚であったり季節のお野菜、日本には四季がありますので、四季それぞれ美味しい、とてもいいものがありますし、日本料理の特徴としては目でも楽しめて、味わっても楽しめると。あと食べた後に余韻も楽しめるというものが日本料理なので、器も含めて日本料理を楽しんでいただけたらと思います。
The long-standing Kintitsu department store is located in Abino, Harukasu. It is anticipated to draw tourists from overseas because it has one of the biggest sales floors areas in the country.
こちらの免税サロンで、海外発行の JCB カードとパスポートをご提示カウンターでしていただきます。弊社の VIP カードゴールドカードの方をお渡しさせていただきますので、もうそのままVIP カードをお持ちいただいて、例えば化粧品売り場でありますとかファッションのフロアであるとかレストラン街でお食事していただくのもいいと思いますし、 JCB 様とコラボすることによって今まで来られてないようなお客様にぜひあべのハルカス近鉄百貨店を体験していただきたい、このように思っております。
As Japan moves towards becoming a tourism kingdom, JCB is stepping up its hospitality for guests from other countries. Now we take a look at some happenings in Asia in a segment called Asia Watch. Lawyers and relatives of jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan arrived in the central prison in Rawalpindi as he and his third wife, Bushra Bibi, were indicted, charged with allegedly receiving land as a bribe by misusing his office during his premiership. The latest charges follow a string of convictions against Khan in the months leading up to the Feb 8 national election, where his supporters won the most seats overall. Imran Khan has been in jail since August in connection with other cases and has previously denied the allegations. He had already been convicted in 4 cases with sentences of as much as 14 years in prison, including 2 on graft charges that also disqualified him from taking part in politics for 10 years. He also said the latest indictment was related to Al-Qadir Trust, which is a non-governmental welfare organization set up by Khan and his third wife Bushra Bibi in 2018 when he was still in office. Prosecutors say the trust was a front for Khan to receive a valuable 60 acres of land in a district outside Islamabad and another large piece of land close to Khan's hilltop mansion in the capital as a bribe from a real estate developer, Malik Riaz Hussain, who is one of Pakistan's richest and most powerful businessmen. Indian and Japanese armed forces this week conducted the 5th edition of Dharma Guardian, a joint military exercise between the two countries in western Rajasthan state. The exercise, conducted annually and alternatively hosted by India and Japan, is aimed at fostering military cooperation and improving capability of executing joint operations. The Indian and Japanese army practiced and performed various combat and action drills in Bikaner town. Every year on the cusp of spring, hundreds of lanterns float into the skies around a small town in northern Taiwan, a spectacular light show that is one of the island's top tourist draws. When the flames go out though, the spent lanterns fall back to earth, littering the countryside around Pingxi in the mountains outside of Taipei. Now a group of volunteers is leading school children to scour the countryside to gather the debris and take it off to be disposed of safely. The lanterns are launched into the skies, powered by small wads of burning paper soaked in oil as a way of seeking good fortune and wishes for the years ahead. Traditionally, at the end of the Lunar New Year, which marks the start of spring. The region's damp climate, it receives one of the highest amounts of annual rainfall in Taiwan, mitigates the risk the lanterns will set off forest fires when they come back down to earth. But for many years, environmental groups have criticized the Lantern Festival as negatively impacting the fields and forests around Pingxi when leaving behind the wireframes that give them their structure. The protests against Pakistan's illegal occupation in POK and Gilgit-Baltistan is gaining momentum globally. In a recently held seminar by the United Kashmir People's National Party, UKPNP, in Torino, Italy, the activists from the party lambasted Pakistan for sponsoring terrorism in the illegally occupied territories and attacking fundamental rights of the ethnic residents of POK and Gilgit-Baltistan. We have a report.
The protests against Pakistan are raging all across the illegally occupied territories of POK and Gilgit-Baltistan. Absence of basic necessities such as food, electricity, health facilities, and several other problems in the two illegally occupied territories have disgruntled the local residents. The voices of these beleaguered residents and their discontent with the illegal Pakistani regime is now being highlighted at international forums. Recently, the United Kashmir People's National Party held a seminar in Torino, Italy, highlighting Pakistan-sponsored terrorism and blatant violations of human rights in the two illegally occupied territories.
The fundamental freedoms were infringed by the Pakistan, but the people of this region were fighting against India. They established camps, training camps, jihadis, militants, so many things. I have seen everything by mental eye. So we should learn what are our fundamental rights.
Pakistan is garnering regular condemnation from the POK activists and journalists who are fighting for the rights of the local residents. An exiled Pakistani journalist based in Toronto who has been following the affairs of POK and Gilgit-Baltistan believes that residents in the illegally occupied territories are dismayed with Pakistani administration and affected with Pak-sponsored terrorism on the name of jihad.
अब आप पाकिस्तान की जो कश्मीर की साइड है जिसको पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर बोलते हैं या गिलगित बल्तिस्तान, आप उन लोगों को देख लीजिए, वो ये कह रहे हैं कि भाई हम किस मुसीबत में फंस गए, ये जहाद हमारे ऊपर आ गया और उधर भारत में मिठाइयाँ बांटी जा रही हैं, डेवलपमेंट हो रही है, बिलियंस एंड बिलियंस डॉलर की इन्वेस्टमेंट जम्मू कश्मीर में, लद्दाख में और ऑल अक्रॉस यूनियन टेरिटरीज़ में हो रही है। तो ये बातें वहाँ की जनता को नज़र आ रही हैं और उनको अब ये पता चल रहा है कि हमें जो चूरन बेचा गया था वो कितना गलत था, इसीलिए बड़े बड़े प्रोटेस्ट हो रहे हैं। अभी तो वो प्रोटेस्ट वहाँ का मीडिया दिखा नहीं रहा, इवन इंटरनेशनल मीडिया की एक्सेस नहीं है।
After more than 7 decades of repression and exploitation, the people in the illegally occupied territories are pouring out on the streets against Pakistan. Their demands of free speech, liberty, and basic human rights are echoing across the regions of POK and Gilgit-Baltistan.
Now we take you to a fascinating and vibrant spectacle event that unfolded on the streets of Sri Lanka's capital, Colombo. Elephants dressed in colorful costumes paraded through the night as an integral part of an annual Buddhist festival, creating a mesmerizing tapestry of tradition, spirituality and celebration. Have a look.
Decked in vibrant costumes, majestic elephants took center stage during an annual Buddhist festival in Sri Lanka's capital Colombo, becoming living canvases themselves. The elephants became the embodiment of grace and tradition as they paraded through Colombo streets, transformed into a canvas of country's cultural richness. The sound of traditional drumming filled the air as the procession emerged onto the streets, leaving the spectators spellbound.
Now I'm in Colombo to see especially the Perahera, and I really enjoyed it. I'm very impressed how many people, how crowded it is, and I'm very impressed about the parade we have here.
Before taking part in the procession, the elephants received religious blessings from Buddhist priests at the Ganga Ramaya temple, one of the most prominent religious places in Colombo. During the festivity, traditional drummers and dancers also delighted crowds, consisting of both locals and tourists, who lined the streets to see the procession known as the Navam Maha Perahera. The parade is held annually in February on a full moon day. The highlight of the event is the appearance of the sacred Buddha tooth relic on a decorated and illuminated elephant.
Wowed by the colors, the dancing, the fun, the turnout. It's just a beautiful country. I'm glad I came. And it's significant to me because I get to experience something new in a different country.
These elephants are not just participants, they are revered as symbols of wisdom, strength and compassion. The festival aims to honor these magnificent creatures and express gratitude for their role in the cultural heritage of Sri Lanka. And its spirituality and culture is aptly embodied by the Elephant Parade Festival.
Now it's time for me to wrap up today's episode. We'll be back next week at the same time. This is Shivangi Mishra signing off on behalf of the entire production team of South Asia Today. Goodbye and take care.